You know, when I started using DSLR cameras, they never, had any issue of overheating till I moved to mirrorless cameras, and I realized that most mirrorless cameras, not all though, most mirrorless cameras, because of how they are built, especially if they're shooting from 4K and above, they tend to overheat. And it can be frustrating when you're in the middle of a shoot and your camera just gets too hot and shuts down. So you can imagine how happy I was when I came across a camera cooler kit. This is the Ulanzi thermostatic semiconductor camera cooler kit. Here it is. Now, this kit right here is a lifesaver. Ever since I started using it, it's not like my cameras overheat now, but the thing is, if you're going to be shooting for a long period of time, there's a tendency for your camera to get hot. So instead of waiting for your camera to get hot and then you sort it out, you might as well just get yourself, involved in a cooler kit. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to unbox. I'm going to show you what's in the box, and then I'm going to show you how it works. It's actually, this thing right here is like a magic lantern. It practically saves your camera from overheating. Okay, so this is what we have in the box. We have a manual. Now we have the cooling kit itself. And then we also have the battery pack. This is what lights it up. And then we have a USB-C cable. So let's connect it and let's see how it works. Okay, so basically we're dealing with two parts here, right? The first one is the cooling fan, and the next is the power pack. Now on the cooling fan, if you have a look, you can actually see the fan embedded in there. And this is the power button. You have 3 levels of cooling. You have level 1, level 2, and auto. You can actually charge it here likewise, the same way you can charge it on the body of the power pack. So when this is on, what usually happens is that you have this blue light that comes on. Now on the power pack itself, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. Now these 4 levels actually define how much power is embedded in the power pack. You can also charge it on the side. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to connect it so you just see how it works. Right, so look at this angle here. This sort of like this shaped angle. It's very similar to this. This is where you have the Ulanzi. So basically what you do, you click. Now because mine is fully charged, you can actually see 1, 2, 3, 4 levels of power. You can see that blue light. So it means we're good to go. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to connect it to the camera so you see how it works. So basically this is going to attach itself to the camera, the inner part of the camera. You know what? Let me show you guys how this works. Now, setting it up on the camera is pretty easy. All you need to do is attach this to your camera. But what you have to do is have a look at your camera very well. Now, this is the Sony FX2. There's a slot by the side here, just where the viewfinder is. So what we can actually do is grab this portion here and attach that in here, and that's it. So right now I've actually put it on. That's why it's actually showing that blue light. We have 3 levels. I'm going to leave it at level 1 because even at level 1 it does a fantastic job, and all I have to do when I'm recording is just leave my camera to run and overheating problem solved. That's if my camera is even going to overheat at all. The FX2 hasn't given me any issue of overheating, but like I said, as long as the camera is working, there's a tendency that the camera is going to get hot. So I might as well just cool off the camera, and that's basically how you set it up on a camera like the FX2. And if you want to detach it, what you do is just push it in, and that's it. That's how it works. It's literally that simple. Now let's try it again with a Canon EOS R. So this is the Canon EOS R, and the same thing like I said before. All you need to do is look at that slot where you have your viewfinder here, right? And then you grab this, put it in. In fact, it syncs perfectly well on the EOS R than even the FX2. There you go. So all you need to do, like I said, put it on. This is level 2. Let's put it back on level 1, and that's it. And like I said, all you just need to do is leave your cam this way and your camera is good to go. So you can actually use this on your gimbal, on your tripod. I mean, whatever it is that you're using to mount your camera, if you're afraid of, it getting hot at any point in time, just leave it this way and I think you're good to go. I'm sure you're curious to find out how much this cooler kit goes for. It actually goes for $50. I mean, honestly speaking, that's a cheap price compared to what I would have to pay if my camera ever got hot and it had issues. So I think I'd rather just have this on all my cameras when I'm shooting than just risk an overheat. I mean, for $50, come on. For cameras that are so expensive, it just makes sense to have this on each of your cameras. And that's it for this review. I really do love this kit. I think what I love most about it, see what I'm saying? If you notice, you can actually see this area here. That's actually the area that is cool. So it's actually cooling. It cools just practically like a fridge. So, I mean, it's a win-win situation once you have this on any of your cameras. All right, guys. So I'm going to see you on the next one. Ciao.